Hi, my name is Elizabeth Foster. I'm the founder of Connect Coach. And today we are talking with one of our new coaches, and he is actually quite an incredible man. I'm so excited to talk with you. So welcome, John Beeman.
Thank you for having me, Elizabeth. It's wonderful to be with you today.
Oh, I've actually been looking forward to interviewing you for quite a while. So, because you are such a fascinating man with such a fascinating background. So, but to kind of get us, into the sync of where we're going, tell us what is your specialty in coaching?
Absolutely. My specialty in coaching is the application of success principles in people's lives, both personally and professionally.
The application of success principles. Wow, I love the sound of that. Tell me what that actually means.
Well, I've actually had the opportunity, both as a personal development coach and as a business executive coach, I've had the opportunity to coach over 40,000 one-on-one coaching sessions. So from startups to small businesses, all the way to senior Fortune 500 or C-suite executives.
That's quite incredible. I mean, and I just get the feeling there's a lot more to be explained here. So, but we're going to come back to that. So, John, tell me what led you to become a coach. I'm always curious about, what is that pivotal moment that makes a coach go, "Hey, this is what I want to do."
Well, it was a passion that literally called to me, and it was a serendipitous moment. I found it, and it found me, literally. I first started when there were 3,000 coaches worldwide, and now there's over 50,000 coaches worldwide. So I had the opportunity to be blessed to be able to get into coaching when it was in its infancy, literally. Then I had the opportunity to work with world thought leaders such as Zig Ziglar, Dennis Waitley, Brian Tracy, Tom Hopkins, Stephen Covey, Jack Canfield, Robert Kiyosaki, many authors that have literally left an imprint of who they are on this planet.
Wow, that's quite something to work with all of those people. I mean, I'm just in absolute awe of who you've worked with. I can't imagine. That must really be something.
100%, yes. Not only to coach their material, but to be coached by them and to be able to learn firsthand. What was so exciting was the application of those principles in their lives. You've probably heard this statement, it's not what you know, it's what you do with what you know. And so applying those principles in their lives, that's what makes all the difference. And that's what really coaching is really helping people not only move from where they are to where they want to be, but be able to apply sound, true, tested principles that have been tested by thousands upon thousands of individuals over time, and to see that difference transform in their life.
Wow. So tell me, I mean, I totally resonate with what you're saying with regarding, from where they are to where they want to be. But tell me who would actually benefit from working with you?
Well, I like to use analogies. And when you think about it, if you're climbing Mount Everest, you want to have not only the very best coach, but the very best gear, the very, very best of those that have been there, done that, so to speak, and have taken many expeditions up that mountain. So I think of anybody that is wanting to move from where they are to where they want to be, and that can be both personal, that can be professional. It's any pursuit of excellence that they're wanting to have a coach step by step, be with them along that path, and also be able to break through any mental barriers or anything that may be holding them back.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if they are someone who's a business owner or someone who's an executive or someone. Does that make any difference?
Not at all. I have literally, in coaching thousands of clients over the years, one of my favorite quotes is, "It's not your assets that make you successful, it's your liabilities that hold you back."
Mm.
And so it's understanding, a lot of people know what to do, they may not just be taking the necessary action to move from where they are to where they want to be. And you also understand as a coach, is the world's best. I'll usually ask clients, or I'll ask individuals, you've seen the Olympics on TV. Have you ever seen an athlete in the Olympics that didn't have a coach?
Mm.
So the very, very best in the world have coaches.
Yeah.
Because they may understand some of their limitations, but they may not see and have the perspective of what they don't see.
Yeah, I think that's quite profound, actually. And I can imagine, there's a lot of what and often we can't see because we're so involved in it. And just to have somebody on the outside that can really, in a place that is totally unconditional, to support you to, hold a mirror up or whatever it happens to be, for you to really see what's really going on in your life. It's like, wow, actually, I didn't know that before, and now I do, and now I can do something about it.
100%, 100%. I sometimes use the example of Michael Jordan. He's one of the best basketball players, but yet he had 3 coaches. Because again, they don't see what they don't see, and being able to have a different view and a different perspective. Plus, it allows you to be able to look at things from a whole nother view in that respect as well.
Yeah, that's fascinating. So, I mean, we've talked about, overcoming obstacles and getting from an A to a B. But is there something specific that you would do with any client that worked with you?
Absolutely. One of the things that I like to do, there's certain profiles that I very much enjoy. I've had the opportunity to work with Bill Winslow. He's part of Winslow Research Institute. And he also worked with Dr. Dennis Waitley in helping Olympic athletes, as well as business executives. The Winslow Institute works with a lot of the Fortune 100 and 500 companies. So understanding both the personality, understanding any thought limitations, changing paradigms, or looking at any type of limiting belief, and then really being able to apply, because I've had a vast experience in many, many different modalities, I can plug and play or pull from over 20 different coaching programs. So whether it's sales, whether it's leadership, whether it's time management, organization, overcoming procrastination, certain things that many times, creating more balance would be another area that many times executives, they're staying focused, they're doing everything they can to stay ahead, but to have that balance in their lives and to have that true inner peace. Another favorite quote I have is that when we live in harmony with what we truly believe, there comes an inner peace, and with that inner peace comes an inner strength. And so it's really identifying what matters most and then taking action upon those principles.
I like that. And I can imagine actually somebody working with you would be incredibly at an advantage, because you've got these different trainings that you, as you say, you can pull anything from anyone that you've worked with in the past, and you can really apply it in that moment. So I think that the variety in the training that you've had actually is a huge advantage over many other coaches, dare I say. I'm sorry, but that's true. I think what you do is it's incredible.
Well, I'm very grateful and very fortunate. There's another quote that I enjoy, which says, knowledge plus experience equals wisdom. And so as you've had experiences and as you have the opportunity to work with some of the best minds on the planet, which I feel very fortunate, it's a blessing that I can then pass on to those that I coach.
That makes sense. That makes total sense. So, I mean, what gives you your greatest joy in coaching when you're actually working with a client?
The greatest joy that I receive, Elizabeth, is being a part of their journey and being able to in essence, get in the trenches, to be there, helping them overcome when they're having their low moments, or even when they're celebrating their victories and their successes. And so it's seeing them climb their Everest and getting to the top and putting the flag on the top and saying, I've achieved this specific goal. I've made it to the top of my own personal Everest.
That's kind of cool. Wow, I have so enjoyed talking with you. It's been fascinating, and I know I could just sit here and keep on talking to you for a long, long time, because I can imagine you have some amazing stories that you could share, and amazing inspiration that you could also share with people that would be listening to this.
Well, thank you, Elizabeth. It truly has been an honor and a pleasure being with you.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you so much for taking the time. And anybody that's listening, I would really highly recommend you reaching out and connecting with John Beeman. He really is an exceptional coach with a huge amount of training, and would be, I think anybody working with him would be very, very lucky. All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.